Morning. It is day 5 of 2026 marathon training. I'm visiting my spirit animal here at the Dublin Library. We are going to walk across a bridge and then we're going to walk through the woods for about half an hour today, just walking. Day 5 of daily marathon training, a year out. We're starting slow by doing walking, walk jogging, and jaywalking. That's what I'm going to do right now. Bridge Street District in Dublin, Ohio. And right across from us is the new walking bridge. So we'll get a kick out of this. There's also some trails that you can run if you're here yourself on this side of or both sides of the bridge. But we're going to come back and just do the walking path. Beautiful sunrise. I was really encouraged to see the number of people that are joining me each day. When you think about YouTube numbers, people only really brag about it if they're getting hundreds of thousands or millions of views on videos, but I'm encouraged to see that there's a good number of people each day checking in at least. And if you're in the habit of checking in more than once, I think it's time to just start your own daily marathon training, at least getting in as good a shape for a marathon, even if you don't want to sign up for the race itself. Going through the eye of the needle here. The wishbone. I'm sure there's other names for it that are local to the Dublin area. Take a look. Is it downstream? MR ducks. Nice spot over here. Fountains you can jump in the summer and then come right back so we can go back to the quiet part of the woods. It's shaping up to be a beautiful day. I think most marathon training plans are 12 weeks, 16 weeks, something like that. And most people who train for a spring marathon are starting about this time. So you either typically have an option to train through the winter, miserable winter months for a spring marathon, or you have the option of training through the miserable hot summer months and for a fall marathon. Well, I've decided to do both. This morning it's around 46 degrees. Mostly sunny today. Wind's coming out of the west. Nice cool breeze. Looking dry for the week. We do have a nice warm sunshine on our backs right now.
Wait. High and walk left. Wait. North high. What sign is on the cross? North high. North high. What sign is on the cross? North.
That creeped me out. As soon as I touched the button, I shuddered. deer with us this morning. 1, 2, 3 deer with us this morning. I'll just try to quietly walk by. They're not afraid. Are you coming to say hello? Good morning. Hello. Alright, that's all. A little stamp and we're gone. Morning. Now that we can have some peace and quiet and enough or little enough noise to hear, check on comments from videos. Down there's the Lower Falls area. We'll go to a smaller waterfall. Got a comment from Lucy. It says, love the trees. I don't know what it is about wide angle lenses, but I've got a 15 millimeter equivalent on the camera that I use for these walks and runs, and it is remarkable how pretty everything looks when it's in a wide angle lens like this, especially if you get right down the center of the path or the bridge going across the path in Delaware. It just looks so nice. So thank you, Lucy. Zakir says, I'm on. Surf fingers. Wonder if that means I'm in. Zakir, are you running a marathon? Let me know. There's a dangerous but very pretty lookout point here. I'm not afraid of heights, but I certainly have a healthy respect for them. Although akin to a fear of heights is a fear of deep water. I was swimming, looking over the fish, snorkeling with a mask on. There's a beach that had a very sudden, very deep drop off once you got out past the coral. And it just turned from this, blue and white, 10 feet, 20 feet of water to the depths, black depths of the ocean directly underneath me. And I felt scared at that transition from snorkeling water to submarine hideout kind of waters. So I'm sure it's not as commonly experienced, but fear of deep water is certainly just as creepy as a fear of heights. Swam back paddled, trying to not be over the deep water as if I was going to fall. restricted area. No swimming, no waving, no standing for pictures. That's too bad. So if we keep going up the trail, it just goes to the parking lot. So we'll just stop, and we will not swim, drown, or pose. They've got, literally have stairs going down here, but you're not supposed to get in the water. It's an attractive nuisance if I was a lawyer. Pretty spot. We're about 18 minutes in. It's just an easy day. Easy days are very easy at the beginning of this process. Did about 15 minutes worth of jogging on Tuesday, or day 2. Did about 10 minutes of jogging yesterday, and then for days in between we're just walking. But still trying to get about 30 minutes of activity. Coaches would call that active recovery. Not just resting, not just recovering or walking, so that you can actively help your body repair. The way down. There's a bridge you're not supposed to go on. This is a beautiful spot. It is October, so we'll take a peek at the Indian Run Cemetery since it's part of the National Register of Historic Places. Let's see, 1842. '51, 1844. This is old Dublin for sure. '49. A lot of these I can't even read. '54. You got to see the newest part of Dublin, which is that bridge, and you got to see the oldest part of Dublin, which is probably this cemetery. I'm sure there's a log cabin that's older, but it's too far to walk. Well, thank you for putting up with my runny nose on a cool morning. Make one last trip over to the Orange Snail, and then we'll say goodbye. last look. Well, keep up daily activities. Walking doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it's definitely good for getting the bugs worked out and getting ready for running.